Good evening, it's drshermnae. I realize it's been a little bit since I've last talked with you all. I was extremely tired on Friday. I crashed. And then I decided Saturday to practice what I preach. And so I took a self-care day and I did absolutely nothing but try to rest and get a little rejuvenated. And then I was busy most of the day yesterday. So here I am for our pillow talk with drshermnae. So some of you know that I am also a dentist, and I've been thinking about patients that I've treated in the past. And they would, be in a situation where it's been years since they've been to the dentist. They haven't been brushing, hadn't been flossing, have been eating foods that are high in carbs and things like that. And so they would come and sit in my chair and they would be like, I want you to give me a smile like yours. Okay, let's talk about some things. You haven't been taking care of your teeth. You haven't been brushing and flossing at all or regularly. You haven't been to the dentist. You have problems that are going on that you haven't addressed, that you've known about. I can't give you that perfect smile, And the other part that I left out is that 9 times out of 10, people want us to work these miracles for free or close to it. So in other words, they want cheap work, but it's supposed to look, magnificent. I can't give you a Julia Roberts smile, without work on your end and without the money to do so. And it's kind of metaphorical for me in other areas. You can't expect to get rewarded for work that you haven't put in. You have to manage what your expectations are in situations. And a lot of people have unrealistic expectations, be it with finances, be it with relationships, be it with children, with work. You can't, at school, like there are a lot of students, you get to the end of the semester and you're, back and forth to your professor wanting all these A's and B's, but you've done none of the work. You've not turned in any of the homework. You've not done well on your quizzes, on the exams, but then you get to the final and you expect some type of miracle. It just doesn't work that way. You have to put in the work. You have to do what you're supposed to do to get what you want. Like, you can't get upset that you don't achieve the results that you didn't work for. You can't expect to get on this job, not really do your job, clock in, just ride the clock, which basically just sit on the clock and be on Facebook. But then you're expecting to get promotions and you're expecting to get raises. It just doesn't work like that. I'm sorry to tell you, you actually do have to do work. You have to put work in and you have to, pay dues. That's just how life works. For most of us, things aren't handed to us. We have to put in work for them, and people, oh, yeah, you're a doctor. Okay, but you don't know what the hell I had to do to get here. I went through a lot to get here. None of this was handed to me. I worked hard, and it bothers me when people make comments like that, or they'll just, assume, oh, well, you have this and you have that and blah, 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 blah. No, I had to do my work. I went through a lot of school. I've spent a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm not doing anything that anyone else can do. I'm not doing a thing different. I'm not doing anything in my life now that you cannot go and do. What's your commitment level? Are you willing to do the work? That's what you have to ask yourself. I have a lot of people around me, of course, that are single. I'm single. So, single people, we run in packs. But there are some, they're just upset that they're not, dating, or they're not getting asked out, but you ask, okay, so what are you doing? Oh, I just go home and I chill. Well, I mean, is Mr. Right supposed to break into your house? You don't go out. You don't try to meet people. You don't online date. But yet you don't want to be single. I don't understand. How is the right man for you supposed to find you? How is the right woman for you supposed to find you? I mean, I'm confused. If you can figure it out, please let me know. Because I guess he's supposed to break into your house. Maybe she's just going to knock on the door. You have to get out and meet people. You have to put in the work to network and make yourself be seen. You get on this job. You want to get all the promotions and raises, but you can't just clock in, sit on the clock, play around on social media all day, and hope to get promoted. It doesn't work that way. You have to put in the work. You have to do whatever your job is. You have to stand out to your bosses. You have to work to get what you want. Things are just not going to be handed to you. Life doesn't work that way. I wish it did. It does not. So that's my challenge tonight to you, is to think about what your expectations are for the amount of work that you put in, and see if they're realistic. If not, make some changes. You know what you need to do. But if not, hit me up and we'll talk about it. Y'all be blessed. Have a great evening. Remember your self-care, and I'll catch up with you all in the next one.